Welcome to Japan. Japan, an island nation in East Asia, is where timeless tradition meets futuristic innovation. From serene temples and ancient castles to neon-lit cities and high-speed trains, Japan offers a journey through contrast and harmony. The country's geography spans snow-capped mountains, bamboo forests, volcanic landscapes, and coastal serenity, inviting all kinds of travelers to explore its beauty. Throughout its long history, Japan has nurtured a rich cultural identity shaped by Shinto beliefs, Buddhist philosophy, samurai heritage, and artistic refinement. Whether you're strolling through Kyoto's historic streets or admiring Tokyo's urban skyline, the past and the future seem to coexist in perfect balance. How well do you know Japan? We have a quiz for you. What is the name of Japan's iconic active volcano that is also the country's tallest mountain? Comment your answer below. Now here's something fascinating about Japan. Japan is home to thousands of natural hot springs, known as onsen, and bathing in them is both a cultural tradition and a deeply relaxing experience. Thanks to the country's volcanic activity, onsen can be found in almost every region, from snowy mountain villages to seaside resorts. What makes the onsen culture so unique is not just the water itself, but the ritual of bathing. Washing thoroughly before entering, soaking in silence, and appreciating the serenity of nature. For many Japanese people, visiting an onsen is a way to relieve stress, connect with tradition, and find peace away from the modern world. Let's now explore some of the most unforgettable places across Japan. Some cities dazzle with light. Kyoto captivates with stillness. Tucked into the mountains of western Honshu, it carries the quiet dignity of a place that once ruled Japan, not through noise, but tradition, elegance, and devotion to beauty. At dawn, mist rises gently over Himi Inari Taisha. Thousands of vermilion torii gates wind through the forest like a path between worlds. As you walk, footsteps soften, and the hum of cicadas or temple bells fills the silence. Each gate tells a story of prayer, of offerings, of time passing. Kyoto shifts with the seasons. Spring brings sakura clouds over the philosopher's path, where petals drift like snow. In summer, Gion Matsuri explodes with lanterns and parades. Autumn sets Tofukuji's maples aflame in crimson, and winter hushes the temples in a soft layer of white. The city isn't just temples and shrines, though it has over 1,600 of them. It's also narrow lanes of Gion, where Geiko and Myoko disappear behind wooden doors. It's the rustle of silk kimonos, the warmth of matcha in a tea house, the soft clink of porcelain during a ceremony. Kyoto's architectural grace is most evident in places like Kinkaku-ji, the Golden Pavilion, which reflects perfectly in its tranquil pond. Nearby, Ryoanji's Zen Rock Garden teaches the beauty of simplicity, 15 stones, never all seen at once. To visit Kyoto is to slow down. It doesn't ask for attention. It invites contemplation. In every temple, garden, and street corner, Kyoto reminds us that beauty is found not in excess, but in silence, intention, and time. If Kyoto whispers, then Tokyo roars, electrified, infinite, and always in motion. As the capital of Japan, it's a city of extremes, where neon streets and serene temples coexist, and where every second pulses with modern intensity. Start in Shibuya, where 1,000 footsteps collide in controlled chaos at the world-famous crossing. Screens flash, music blares, and yet somehow it all works. A few blocks away, the calm of Meiji Shrine offers stark contrast, silent, shaded, and spiritual. Tokyo is a city of neighborhoods, each a world of its own. In Akihabara, anime and tech rule. In Asakusa, old-world Tokyo lives on in market stalls and the towering Sensoji temple. Ginza dazzles with luxury, while Shimokitazawa hums with indie cafes and vinyl shops. Though futuristic on the surface, Tokyo respects its traditions. From kabuki theaters to sumo stables, tea ceremonies to seasonal festivals, heritage is never far. Even the food, be it conveyor belt sushi or a 300-year-old soba shop, tells stories through flavor. Despite its size, Tokyo works. Trains arrive to the second, people move like clockwork, and the city breathes efficiency. Yet it still surprises. A quiet shrine tucked beside a skyscraper, or a tranquil garden behind a shopping complex. Tokyo doesn't wait. It runs, dreams, and reinvents itself endlessly. But within that speed, you'll find moments, small, unforgettable moments, where the city lets you catch your breath and smile. There are places where the line between earth and spirit blurs. Itsukushima Shrine on the island of Miyajima is one of them. Famously appearing to float on water during high tide, it's more than an architectural wonder. It's a spiritual experience. The shrine's vermilion torii gate, rising from the sea, greets visitors from afar, like a gentle guardian. When the tide is high, it reflects perfectly in the calm water. At low tide, you can walk right up to its base, feel its age, its wood, and its salt-worn surface. Built in the 12th century, the shrine is dedicated to the deities of the sea, storms, and sun. Its elegant wooden halls stretch above the water on stilts, connected by walkways that creak softly with each step. Around the island, tame deer roam freely. The air smells of seaweed and incense, and the hills are covered with Momiji maple trees that blaze red in autumn. Climbing Mount Meisen offers panoramic views of the Seto Inland Sea, dotted with islands. Itsukushima is sacred ground, so sacred in fact that no births or deaths are allowed on the island. Those must happen elsewhere. It's not just a photo opportunity. It's a place to pause, reflect, and feel small in the most beautiful way. If you want to feel the true heartbeat of Osaka, skip the guidebooks and go straight to Namba. Neon signs flicker, takoyaki sizzles, and the laughter of locals echoes through covered arcades. This is where Osaka drops its guard and shows its spirit. Start in Dotonbori, where the famous Glico running man lights up the riverfront. Below, boats cruise past izakayas and karaoke joints. The aroma of grilled squid, fried kushikatsu, and fresh okonomiyaki hangs heavy in the air. Shinsaibashi Suji, a shopper's paradise, stretches for blocks with fashion, trinkets, and surprises at every turn. Just steps away, Kuromon Ichiba Market tempts with tuna, uni, wagyu, and steaming bowls of ramen. But Namba isn't just about food and lights, it's personality. Locals speak with animated gestures and Kansai dialect, cracking jokes and offering help freely. Performers dance, shout, and sing on street corners, turning everyday walks into theater. Underground, Namba Station hums with movement, linking travelers to every corner of the city. But above ground, the streets invite you to slow down and simply absorb the chaos. Namba is Osaka's smile, wide, loud, and unforgettable. Far from Japan's urban chaos lies Utoku Inari Shrine, nestled in the rolling hills of Saga Prefecture. It may not be as famous as Fushimi Inari, but this shrine offers something else: serenity, grandeur, and a sense of being discovered. The shrine stands on wooden stilts above a steep hillside, its vivid red structures contrasting beautifully with green forests and blue skies. Climbing the mossy stone steps reveals a series of torii gates, each inviting you further into sacred space. Utoku is dedicated to Inari, the fox deity of prosperity and agriculture. Fox statues with golden keys dot the grounds, while visitors tie Ima prayer plaques with handwritten wishes to nearby walls and trees. Unlike Tokyo's crowded shrines, Utoku feels personal. You might hear only birdsong and the breeze as you walk. A small pond reflects the vermilion of the gates, and koi drift slowly beneath the surface. Above the main hall, A mountain trail leads to a quiet observation deck. From there, the view unfolds: fields, villages, rivers, all bathed in soft sunlight or wrapped in mist. Utoku Inari is a spiritual retreat, not just a tourist spot. It's a place where you don't just visit, you linger, exhale, and listen. Far to the north, Hokkaido offers a Japan few imagine: open skies, wild terrain, and seasons that arrive with full intensity. It's a land of volcanic mountains, frozen lakes, summer flower fields, and some of the deepest snowfalls on Earth. Winter defines Hokkaido's global fame. Skiers flock to Niseko for powder that's soft as silk and stretches as far as the eye can see. The Sapporo Snow Festival transforms ice into cathedrals and dragons, while steaming onsens warm frozen fingers. But Hokkaido is more than snow. In summer, the Furano lavender fields bloom in waves of purple. Shiratoko National Park, a UNESCO site, bursts with untouched wilderness, home to brown bears, foxes, and eagles soaring over icy seas. The food here is something else entirely. Fresh crab from Hakodate, buttery corn from Bie, and ramen that varies from city to city. Everything tastes cleaner, bolder, fresher, perhaps because nature is so present. Culturally, Hokkaido has its own rhythm. It's home to the Ainu, Japan's indigenous people, whose traditions and language are now being revived with pride and care. Hokkaido doesn't compete with the rest of Japan. It stands apart, quiet, wild, and deeply real. Once a sleepy fishing village, Yokohama transformed overnight in 1859, when its port opened to the world. Today, it stands as Japan's second-largest city and a vibrant example of international influence blended with Japanese spirit. The skyline of Minato Mirai 21, with its modern towers and giant Ferris wheel, defines the city's contemporary edge. Waterfront promenades invite leisurely walks, while cafes overlook harbors dotted with cruise ships and sailboats. Yokohama is proud of its multicultural past. Yamashita Park and Chinatown, the largest in Japan, are filled with color, aromas, and energy. You can find steamed buns, lanterns, and dragon dances alongside temples and tea shops. Art and innovation thrive here too. The Cup Noodles Museum delights all ages, while the red brick warehouses host design boutiques, pop-up shops, and seasonal festivals. Despite its size, the city feels relaxed. It has space, open skies, ocean breezes, wide boulevards. Unlike Tokyo's intensity, Yokohama breathes calmly. Here, Japan looks out to the world, not to escape, but to welcome it. And in doing so, Yokohama reminds us that ports are not just for ships, but for stories. If Tokyo is polished and Kyoto is graceful, Osaka is joyfully unfiltered. Japan's third largest city doesn't pretend. It laughs loud, eats well, and welcomes you with both arms and street food. At its heart is a love of food. Locals proudly call it Japan's kitchen. Takoyaki, okonomiyaki, kushikatsu, these are not just dishes, but cultural experiences. Walk through Dotonbori, and the city feeds all five senses at once. But Osaka is more than appetite. Its people are famously friendly, expressive, and known for their humor. Visit a comedy club or chat with a vendor, and you'll see conversation flows easily here, often with jokes and big grins. Culturally, the city surprises. Osaka Castle stands grand amid modern towers. Museums like the Osaka Museum of History reveal a rich past, while Sumiyoshi Taisha, one of Japan's oldest shrines, offers timeless serenity. The city also pulses with innovation. Umeda Sky Building reaches into the clouds, and Osaka is a leader in technology and trade. Osaka doesn't ask you to admire it. It simply lives out loud. And once you feel that energy, it's hard to forget. In the heart of bustling Asakusa, surrounded by modern Tokyo's ever-changing skyline, stands Sensoji, the city's oldest and most visited temple. For over 1,300 years, it has offered prayers, protection, and peace amid the noise. Entering through the iconic Kaminarimon Gate, with its giant red lantern and fearsome statues, you step into a sacred world. The long Nakamai shopping street leads to the temple itself, lined with stalls selling incense, yukata, and sweet rice crackers. At the main hall, people wave smoke over their heads for luck, clap hands in prayer, and draw omikuji fortunes, hoping for good, tying bad ones to iron wires. The rituals are simple, yet deeply meaningful for locals and travelers alike. Despite the crowds, there's a strange stillness. Perhaps it's the weight of centuries, or the sense that the temple exists beyond time. Pigeons flutter past the pagoda, and elderly worshippers return like clockwork. Sensoji is more than a tourist stop. It's woven into Tokyo's daily rhythm, a guardian watching the city evolve, yet refusing to be rushed. Come morning or night, rain or shine, Sensoji stands tall. A place where you're never too late to say a quiet prayer, and never too early to feel humbled. Hidden in the forest at the base of Mount Hakonei, this ancient shrine seems to rise from another world. Hakonei Shrine, founded over 1,000 years ago, stands shrouded in mist on the shores of Lake Ashi, where myth and nature blend effortlessly. Its most iconic feature is the floating torii gate, known as the Peace Torii, which sits serenely in the lake's waters. Visitors often line up to take photos here, framed by the reflection of water and sky, sometimes with Mount Fuji peeking from the distance. The shrine path leads you through a towering cedar forest. Moss-covered lanterns, red torii gates, and quiet stillness accompany you as you climb toward the main hall. The deeper you go, the more silent it gets, nature and spirit becoming indistinguishable. Hakonei Shrine is often visited for blessings of travel and protection. The site exudes ancient energy, drawing pilgrims and tourists alike, especially during misty mornings or just after rain. Nearby, visitors can enjoy hot springs, museums, and lake cruises. But the shrine holds a different kind of warmth, one found in silence, incense, and prayer. In a country known for sacred spaces, Hakonei Shrine still feels rare, a place where nature doesn't surround belief. It is part of it. Rising above the city like a guardian spirit, Himi Castle is Japan's most celebrated and best preserved feudal fortress. Known as the White Heron Castle for its elegant, soaring lines and white plaster walls, it embodies grace, strength, and perfection in form. Unlike many other castles, Himi has never been destroyed by war or fire. Its original 17th century structure still stands, a miracle of survival and craftsmanship. As you approach, its size is humbling, its presence undeniable. The climb through the inner courtyards is deliberate. Winding paths, hidden gates, and angled walls were designed to confuse enemies. Today, they delight visitors. At the top, sweeping views of the city and surrounding hills reward the journey. Cherry blossoms bloom in spring across the castle grounds, creating one of Japan's most stunning hanami spots. In autumn, the changing leaves paint the landscape in fiery shades. Inside, wooden staircases creak beneath your steps. The atmosphere is hushed, sacred. Echoes of samurai, lords, and silent watchmen remain in the air. Himi Castle isn't just architecture, it's a national treasure, a monument that whispers stories to those patient enough to listen. Tucked into the Japanese Alps, Matsumoto charms visitors not with noise or neon, but with heritage, clarity, and the unmistakable silhouette of its dark fortress rising above a quiet moat. At its heart stands Matsumoto Castle, also known as the Crow Castle, for its striking black exterior. Unlike many reconstructions, this 16th century stronghold is an original. Its wooden interior creaks with history, and its narrow staircases challenge each step upward. From the top, Views of the city unfold with the Northern Alps in the distance. But the real magic lies in walking the moat at dawn, when mist hugs the water and the castle reflects in perfect stillness, like a moment frozen in time. Beyond the fortress, Matsumoto surprises. The Nawate Street area blends Edo-era nostalgia with quirky shops, while Frog Street hums with small eateries and local crafts. In contrast, Matsumoto City Museum of Art celebrates modernity with bold exhibits, including works by Yayoi Kusama, a native of the city. Nature surrounds it all. In spring and summer, nearby Kamikochi offers alpine hikes through untouched valleys. In winter, snow dusts the rooftops and mountain trails. Matsumoto feels balanced, ancient yet contemporary, rustic yet refined. It's a city that doesn't shout, but speaks clearly to those willing to listen slowly. Unlike many Japanese cities, Nagasaki tells its story through many voices. Portuguese, Dutch, Chinese, and local all have shaped this port city into something utterly unique, where tragedy and tolerance sit side by side. Dejima Island, once a Dutch trading post, reflects Japan's cautious step toward the outside world during centuries of isolation. Walking through its restored buildings, you sense curiosity, control, and the beginning of globalization in Japan. In contrast, Nagasaki Peace Park commemorates the second atomic bombing. The peace statue, solemn yet hopeful, points toward both the heavens and the future. Nearby, the museum tells stories both heartbreaking and healing. But Nagasaki is also beauty. Mount Inasa offers one of Japan's most dazzling night views. Glover Garden tells tales of foreign residents who helped modernize the country. Streets in Chinatown buzz with pork buns and dragon decorations. Religion also converges here. Buddhist temples, Catholic churches, and Shinto shrines all exist peacefully. The Ura Church, Japan's oldest wooden church, symbolizes faith surviving even under persecution. Nagasaki embraces its complexity. It remembers pain without being defined by it, and celebrates diversity without losing itself. Located closer to Taiwan than to Tokyo, Ishigaki Island feels like a different world. Warm breezes, turquoise seas, and a rhythm that slows time itself make this Okinawan paradise an escape in every sense. Kabira Bay, with its impossibly blue water and white sands, is the island's crown jewel. Though swimming is restricted to protect the coral, glass-bottom boat rides let visitors glide over reefs teeming with life. Clownfish, sea turtles, and bright corals swirl below. More active travelers dive or snorkel at Manta Scramble, one of the best spots in the world to encounter manta rays up close. Meanwhile, Mount Nosoko rewards hikers with sweeping views of the sea and patchwork farmlands. Local culture pulses gently through Ishigaki's villages. Asa dances, vibrant textiles, and mouth-watering dishes like yaeyama soba and rafuti, braised pork belly, showcase traditions passed down with care. Evenings unfold slowly. Sunset paints the horizon in pink and orange, and stars flood the sky in a show few cities could rival. The southern location means constellations unseen in most of Japan appear nightly. Ishigaki doesn't just offer a beach holiday, it offers perspective on simplicity, nature, and the quiet beauty of island life. In the heart of Tokyo's electric grid, Shinjuku stands tall, loud, and alive. It's a district of contradictions, where neon chaos meets hidden calm and where every corner tells a different story. By day, Shinjuku Station is the busiest transport hub on Earth. Trains hum in and out with mechanical precision, carrying over 3 million people daily. The skyline is dominated by towers, including the Tokyo Metropolitan Government Building, offering free views from its observation decks. Come nightfall, the area transforms. Kabukicho glows in pink and blue, promising entertainment, mystery, and late-night tales. Nearby, Golden Gai, a collection of tiny, atmospheric bars, harks back to Showa-era Tokyo, each door leading to a new vibe. But Shinjuku isn't all flash. Shinjuku-gyoen National Garden is an oasis of cherry blossoms, manicured paths, and seasonal quietude. In spring, it's one of Tokyo's finest hanami spots. In autumn, a canvas of gold and rust. The neighborhood caters to all walks of life. High-end shopping, gritty alleyways, luxury hotels, and budget ramen stalls coexist without conflict. Shinjuku never truly rests, but in its controlled madness lies a strange serenity, a city within a city, constantly moving, yet strangely grounding. Standing tall in a sea of cherry blossoms, Osaka Castle is not just a landmark, it's a survivor. With its green copper roofs and white walls, it commands both beauty and history in one sweeping glance. The castle was originally built in the 16th century by Toyotomi Hideyoshi, a man who rose from peasantry to become a unifier of Japan. The towering stone base, over 20 meters high, was meant to impress, and still does today. The surrounding Nishinomaru Garden explodes with color in spring. Couples stroll under pink petals, children feed koi in the moat, and locals picnic in the castle's shadow. Despite its grandeur, the space feels approachable, alive. Inside, the castle has been transformed into a museum. Floors of samurai armor, ancient scrolls, and dioramas bring the Sengoku, Warring States, period to life. From the top, the observation deck offers panoramic views of modern Osaka. Though rebuilt and restored over centuries, the castle remains a symbol of resilience. Fires, wars, and lightning strikes could not erase its presence. To visit Osaka Castle is to feel time bend, where feudal power once ruled, and today's laughter still echoes. No image says Japan quite like the snow-capped cone of Mount Fuji. Towering 3,176 meters, this iconic volcano is not just a mountain. It's a muse, a symbol, and a spiritual destination. Visible from Tokyo on clear days, Fujisan dominates the landscape and imagination alike. Artists have painted it, poets have praised it, and pilgrims have climbed it for centuries. Its perfect symmetry is more than geological, it's almost divine. Each summer, thousands ascend the mountain in pre-dawn darkness, hoping to witness the sunrise from its peak, an experience known as Goraiko. The journey is grueling, but the reward is unforgettable, a sea of clouds glowing gold beneath your feet. Surrounding Fuji are lakes like Kawaguchiko, where reflections double the view. The Churito Pagoda, perched on a nearby hill, offers perhaps the most iconic photo spot in Japan. Pagoda, cherry blossoms, and Fuji all in one frame. Even if you never climb it, Mount Fuji still moves you. It anchors postcards, poetry, and the collective soul of a nation. To stand in its shadow is to feel both awe and peace, as if Japan itself is exhaling through the clouds. Hidden within Niigata's alpine heart, Mount Myoko is a place where nature's voice is soft yet commanding. Rising 454 meters above sea level, this dormant volcano is the crown jewel of Myoko Togakushi Renzan National Park. A haven for those seeking both adventure and stillness. Winter transforms the mountain into a powder paradise. Ski resorts like Akakura Onsen and Seki Onsen offer world-class snow with fewer crowds. The dry, fluffy snowfall here is beloved by purists and professionals alike. But Mount Myoko isn't just for skiers. In spring and summer, the slopes burst into green trails, perfect for hiking. Alpine flowers bloom along the ridgelines, and the view from Mount Fuji offers spectacular panoramas of the surrounding peaks and lakes. The mountain is sacred to locals. Ancient shrines lie hidden within forests, where monks once meditated in solitude. There's a quiet reverence in the air, especially near Imori Pond, where the reflection of the mountain creates a perfect mirror. Geothermal activity warms the region's famed onsens, where weary travelers soak under stars after long treks. Each bath feels like a gift from the volcano itself. Mount Myoko doesn't demand attention. It rewards curiosity with snow, silence, and spiritual calm. Few places carry the weight of memory like Hiroshima. On August 6, 1945, everything changed. But what rises today is not just a city rebuilt, it's a symbol of peace, resilience, and hope. The Peace Memorial Park sits where devastation once ruled. At its center stands the atomic bomb dome, a haunting ruin preserved in silence. Nearby, the Peace Memorial Museum tells stories through melted clocks, charred uniforms, and trembling letters. Yet, Hiroshima is not only sorrow, it's rebirth. Children play near the Children's Peace Monument, paper cranes flutter in the wind, and cherry blossoms bloom each spring in defiance of despair. Across the city, life pulses again. The tram lines hum, okonomiyaki grills sizzle, and Shukein Garden offers calm among ponds and pines. Locals smile easily, often with quiet pride. Nearby, Miyajima Island adds spiritual beauty to the area, where the floating torii of Itsukushima Shrine welcomes all who seek reflection. Hiroshima doesn't forget, but it refuses to remain broken. Instead, it teaches. And in doing so, it becomes more than a place. It becomes a promise. Of all the lakes surrounding Mount Fuji, none capture its beauty quite like Lake Kawaguchiko. A mirror for Japan's most famous mountain, it offers front-row seats to sunrises, sakura, and the shifting moods of nature. Located just 2 hours from Tokyo, the lake area is a year-round destination. In spring, cherry blossoms frame Fuji with delicate pinks. In autumn, fiery maples reflect off still waters. In winter, snow dusts the lakeside trees, and Fuji looms, white and majestic. The Chureito Pagoda, perched high above the town, provides the iconic photo many travelers dream of. The 5-story structure, with the mountain behind and blossoms all around, feels like a scene from a painting. boats drift across the lake, while hikers explore nearby trails or take the Kachi-Kachi ropeway for panoramic views. Onsen resorts dot the shoreline, offering steaming baths with Fuji as your companion. Local culture thrives here too. Craft shops, traditional ryokan inns, and museums about the mountain's spiritual and artistic significance. Kawaguchiko isn't just about seeing Mount Fuji, it's about feeling it, calm, powerful, ever-present, and understanding why it has inspired artists and pilgrims for centuries. You've never really felt the beat of Tokyo until you've stood at the center of Shibuya Crossing. As the lights turn red, a flood of humanity moves in every direction, weaving through each other like a living puzzle. It's chaotic, mesmerizing, and oddly peaceful. Every few minutes, this dance repeats. Salarymen, tourists, students, and fashion icons brush past in organized disorder. Above, giant LED screens flash ads, music videos, and news updates. Neon light bounces off glass buildings, and the whole intersection glows like a stage. Look closer, and Shibuya is more than a crossing. It's a portal into Tokyo's youthful energy. Shibuya 109 offers fashion at warp speed. Cafes brim with matcha lattes and manga. Side streets hide record stores, karaoke booths, and hidden shrines. Just steps away stands the statue of Hachiko, the loyal dog who waited for his owner daily, even after death. It's a quiet symbol of devotion, tucked into the noise of modern life. By night, the intersection becomes a blur of umbrellas, headlights, and city dreams. Photographers crouch low, influencers pose mid-cross, lovers hold hands, briefly lost in a crowd of thousands. Shibuya Crossing isn't just a place to cross the street. It's a pulse, a rhythm, and a portrait of Tokyo in motion, where thousands move, but nobody truly collides. Japan, where the past and future breathe in harmony, and every street corner holds an untold story. From the gentle fall of cherry blossoms by a Kyoto stream to the vivid neon lights of sleepless Tokyo, Japan isn't just a destination. It's an emotional journey, one that stirs the soul. You might find perfect silence in a moss-covered temple deep in the forest. And hours later, lose yourself in a world of cutting-edge innovation. You might sip matcha tea in a quiet Kanazawa cafe, or gaze up at the majestic Mount Fuji wrapped in morning mist. In Japan, every moment has depth, and every step whispers the presence of culture, nature, and timeless grace. Japan doesn't rush, nor does it boast. But in its quiet elegance and unwavering spirit, it touches the deepest corners of the traveler's heart. Leaving Japan is not the end. It's the beginning of longing. Longing for the taste of midnight ramen in the rain, the echo of temple bells at year's end. Or the gentle bow of respect from a stranger's smile. Your journey through Japan may end, but the feeling will stay forever.